Ariel Helwani, okay, this is 8 hours ago. I think the top choice is Leon versus Khamzat. I don't know why you think that. First of all, Khamzat, we don't even know if he can make welterweight anymore. Do we not remember the fact he almost destroyed a card because he missed weight by 9 pounds? Then he moves up a weight class and fights a welterweight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ship has sailed. Now we're going to bring him back during Ramadan and then have him headline UFC 300 against Leon Edwards? Dana White is going around saying there's a big, big fight that he's putting together. A curveball fight that he's putting together at UFC 300. This is not, it's not a fucking curveball. This is retardation. Back in the day, this seemed like this would make sense when Khamzat was actually fighting in welterweight. But he's having all sorts of trouble hitting that weight. And honestly, does he even deserve a welterweight title shot? Does this make any sense to be the main event of 300? Is this the shiny... You know, listen, I like Khamzat. But this is not the fight. But yeah, you got people saying this.
I think right now, if the UFC had their way, if they can snap their fingers and make the biggest fight in their mind happen, and the fight that they've been working on happen, and have their say as to what is the main event for UFC 300, I think that they would make Leon Edwards versus Khamzat Chimaev.
What are you saying? Leon Edwards versus Khamzat Chimaev. Doesn't even fucking make sense. What happened to Bilal? Oh, I forgot. Bilal Muhammad won't go on your show. Is that why you're saying this? Bilal won't go on your show? So you're going to fucking push him aside, and now we're going to drag Khamzat? What?
I believe, based on my conversations, that when Dana White is talking about, you know, the hurdles and the issues and the different things at play in terms of making this fight and how troublesome it has been, I believe that's securing Khamzat's ability to fight in the United States. This has been rumored.
Yeah, because Khamzat Chimaev versus Bilal Muhammad. Khamzat, he's not Khamzat anymore. He's not the boogeyman that they marketed him to be. When Khamzat was, I'm going to smash everybody and running over people left and right, taking fights on short notice and doing his thing, that's the Khamzat. That's the Khamzat that would headline UFC 300. This version that could barely beat a Kamaru Usman with 2 bad knees on short notice at middleweight. This is not the fucking guy. This is not the guy anymore, man. He's a middleweight. What's happening? What is fucking am I losing my mind? Is the influencer boxing seeping into the brain of Ari? Like, what's happening here? And everyone taking the story and throwing it all over the place? This is not the fight. Could you imagine Dana's like, your main event of UFC 300 is Khamzat Chimaev versus Leon Edwards? That's not the fight. That's not it. And then everyone ran with it. It's all over the place because your stupid fucking comments.
For quite some time that he has, for whatever reason, some issues coming over to the States. The last time he fought here was in Jacksonville almost 2 years ago. And so I believe that that's been part of the holdup. If they can. And
by the way, Khamzat Nutriders, I'm a massive Khamzat fan. I like Chimaev. I do. I truly like Chimaev. I'm not here just shitting on Chimaev. Chimaev does not deserve the welterweight shot. At all. Because we don't even know if he could make the weight. He almost died trying to hit the weight the last time. The aura of Khamzat Chimaev is gone. It's not there anymore. Maybe if he fights and does well, maybe we can get it back. But to just drag him back down to welterweight in a weight class we don't know. So you mean to tell me that the UFC is willing to take a gamble on a guy that probably can't hit welterweight? What happens if Khamzat misses the weight? Is Bilal Muhammad going to be there on standby? And is the main event of UFC 300 going to be Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards? Is that the backup plan for the main event of UFC 300? Fucking hell. This is craziness to me.
For whatever reason, secure that matchup. I think they would look at a potential Khamzat versus DDP, but I think that the top choice is Leon versus Khamzat.
Why? Because Bilal doesn't come on your show?
could all fizzle out. And
you mean to tell me Dana's been dicking around with everything in the big fight that he's been working on for this long? The curveball is Khamzat versus Leon. Bro, you're fucking on drugs. What kind of fucking drugs are you taking? Look at his face. He's clearly on drugs. I'm going to start this rumor right now. Ariel Helwani is on drugs. There's drugs in his system. Someone test him. He's on hallucinogens. He's been sucking too hard on Chael's cock. I don't know. He might be sucking the semen of Chael's cock so hard out of his peen that the delusional comments are coming out of his mouth as well. What is this man fucking saying? How is he even believing what he's saying?
I think we'll find out in the next few days. But I believe that is the top choice at the moment.
What? What?
I also believe those other 3 fights are at play as well. Leon Bilal, Izzy DDP, and Khamzat DDP as well. And so let's see what happens. I think that trying to get... I really don't know the answer to why it has been so difficult to get Khamzat over to the United States, what the issue is. But I do believe that is part...
Well, spoiler alert, Ariel Helwani. Khamzat already squashed it. Says he's not fighting in Ramadan. He wants to fight in Saudi Arabia or some shit. So this whole fucking 3-minute clip I don't even have to play, you're lying to the peeps. You're making shit up. You're pulling shit out of a hat and hoping by some fucking crazy miracle that it happens. Everyone listen to this nonsense. Put it on their social media. If you just put in UFC news... Just type in UFC news, okay? Scroll down a little bit over here, a little bit. Scroll down a little bit, a little bit. A little bit, a little bit. I'll scroll down a little bit. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Let's go a little bit. Where'd my story go? Scroll down a little bit, Where the fuck did the story go? You motherfucker. Put in Khamzat Chimaev. Jesus Christ. Here you go. The same company that Ariel Helwani works for, MMA Fighting, released this story. Khamzat Chimaev bows out of UFC 300 main event sweepstakes. So you dumb fucks out there that are releasing these stories and pulling this fucking shit out of your ass and lying to the fan base that love the UFC. Poor fans that love Khamzat Chimaev are all excited, setting their calendars, saying, oh, save the date. Khamzat's coming back. Khamzat might be the champion. You lied to them. Just blatantly lied to them. The same company that Ariel works for released a story on the same day that Ariel was full of shit. Rumors about Chimaev's potential involvement picked on Monday's episode of the MMA Hour when MMA fighting Ariel Helwani revealed that the undefeated Chechen has been floated as a possible opponent by the UFC for either middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis or welterweight champion Leon Edwards. In 2 of the matchups, the promotion has looked to book as a main event. Unfortunately, with the holy month of Ramadan ending just days before the UFC 300 begins in April 13th, Chimaev says he won't be available for the card. You fucking idiot. Idiots. Fucking idiots. I tell you, every article this morning, I woke up. I'm scrolling through the internet, scrolling through my IG story, just fake news after fake news. And I'm saying to myself, am I going crazy here? What? How is this the main event? Makes no fucking sense. I was about to make a thumbnail saying this makes no fucking sense. And then the article drops. Didn't have to make that thumbnail. Didn't have to do that anymore. Just put this one up. If you're wondering why the stream was scheduled so late, it's because I'm like, there's something wrong here. Something doesn't seem right. Lies on top of fucking lies. Come on. I mean, what is happening here? And you know who loves this? The UFC. The UFC loves this. They don't give a shit. The UFC don't give a crap because here's the thing. Everyone's doing streams about it. Everyone's talking about UFC 300. Whether it's news, fake news, whatever it is, the UFC is just laughing their asses off in the war room. What they got planned apparently is something pretty big, something that is a complete curveball. A curveball fight. Now, they could be misdirecting us. It could be something that we spoke about already. But I don't know. They're saying it's some sort of curveball. It's something that we would never expect. Is this a fight they would never expect? I guess so, because Khamzat is not a welterweight anymore. We don't even know if he can make that weight. But it's just not the fight. King Terzi going autistic in the chat saying, daily reminder, inactive Khamzat took a short notice fight against Usman and beat the former pound for pound clear as day 29-27. He's undefeated. Bilal last fought a year ago versus Armed Burns. Armed Burns? What the fuck? Who Chimaev beat. Oh my God, King Terzi. What are you even saying, bro? How far is Khamzat's cock in your mouth? And I like Khamzat Chimaev. It must taste real good. What is he going on about? He's just screaming it over and over in the chat. Facts of what? That the cock is in your mouth? Yes, that is a fact. I know. That is a fact. You don't have to tell me. I'm telling you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Anonymous a-hole.
Go rewatch Hunger Games, then listen to what Sean Strickland says about the power slap influencer crowd. America's.
Yeah, so here's the problem. I would like to go see Power Slap, but I don't know if I want to be around. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to be around all of that. The vampires, you know, the influencers. Like, I don't know. Like, I would like to go and network with fighters, like UFC fighters, you know. Dana White would be nice. That'd be cool. You know, some of the other media members that I've made friends with, the good ones that don't spread the fake news. Some other YouTubers, if they're there, sure. You know, colleagues, fine. But some of the other guys, no, I'm good, man. Like the Sneakos, I don't even know who he is. I'm all right. You know, I'm good with that. I don't need to meet Sneeko. You know, it doesn't do anything for me. Oh, Nina Drama, of course. Big fan. But I don't even, honestly, I don't even mind Nina Drama. She's got her shtick. Let her do her thing, right? I mean, I'm not going to it's cool to shit on her. I think she is annoying in some instances, yes. I think the oil thing went a little too far, but she's doing her thing, whatever. I'm not going to shit on her anymore. I'd rather shit on the influencers that want to keep fighting these fighters. Like, it's getting stupid.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Joker.
Thank you, D-Rest. Joker. Thank you so much. I do want to play a little bit of Sean Strickland's thing here. Let me see if some people have clipped this. Great YouTube video. Fantastic YouTube video that he released.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So much to talk about. And we have UFC 3.
I believe it will be DC versus Jones in a World Series of Poker match. Winner gets a belt with Bisping's glass eye, right pointing finger, eye.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I would like to see that. That would be cool. All right, so here we go. Let's look at this. Thank you so much, Tom and D-Rest, Anonymous, A-Hole. Thank you so much, guys and gals. Appreciate it. You guys give me the ability to say whatever the hell's on my mind and to pull the fake news away from your eyeballs. Hold on, I'm getting an alert from what? Okay.